On September 14th, 2021, California will be holding a recall election for incumbent Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. This video will explain three major questions about the election. 1. How did the recall election actually come to be? 2. How will the election actually work? Specifically, what will the ballot look like for voters? And 3. Is this race actually competitive or important? Because, after all, California is one of the bluest states in the country. 19 U.S. states allow recall elections for governors. California specifically requires recall petitions to get at least 12% of the votes cast in the previous gubernatorial election. In 2018, just under 12.5 million votes were cast for governor, so nearly 1.5 million signatures were required to initiate a recall election. A recall election was filed by Republicans upset with Newsom's policy positions. Former California Secretary of State and now Senator Alex Padilla approved the petition on June 10, 2020, with a deadline by November 17, 2020. In early November, a Sacramento County Superior Court judge changed the recall deadline to March 17, 2021, due to the pandemic. At this point, the petition was overwhelmingly not seen as a serious threat to Newsom due to its minuscule support. The recall petition only began to gain steam amongst Democrats and independents when Newsom was seen at a birthday party in violation of his own COVID-19 restrictions. In time for the March 2021 deadline, the recall petition submitted over 2.1 million signatures to now Secretary of State Shirley Weber, exceeding the required amount. After a one-month period for voters to withdraw their signatures, Weber confirmed a total of 1.7 million valid signatures. California's state law gives Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis the power to schedule the election, and she set the date for September 14, 2021. In summary, the recall petition was initially a Republican effort, then it gained support amongst Democrats over Newsom's scandal, and finally it received enough signatures to get on the ballot. There are a lot of questions about what Californians will actually be voting on in September. There will be two questions on the ballot. The first asks whether or not Gavin Newsom should be removed from office, and that's just a simple yes or no question. And the second asks who should replace him if he is recalled. Here's a sample of the first page of the ballot, which asks whether or not Newsom should be recalled, and this is the second page, which asks which candidate should replace Newsom. In order for Newsom to be removed from office, a majority of people must vote yes on question 1. Whoever receives the most votes in question 2 will become California's governor. The only other time California held a recall election for governor was in 2003 against Democratic Governor Gray Davis. While California was still a blue state in 2003, it wasn't nearly as blue as it is now. In the 2000 presidential election, Al Gore won the state by 12 points. John Kerry won by 10 points in 2004, and then Joe Biden won by 29 in 2020. California also elected Republicans in the 1998 midterms, including Bill Jones as Secretary of State and Charles Quackenbush as Insurance Commissioner. In the 2003 election, about 55% of people voted to remove Davis from office. That result led to the winner of question 2, Arnold Schwarzenegger, becoming governor. Currently, there are no Republicans elected statewide in California, and Democrats win most elections by large margins. That information alone would lead most people to think that this upcoming election won't be competitive. The 538 polling average shows that a majority of people are planning to vote no on removing Newsom, with the numbers only recently moving in that direction. So yes, Newsom is favored to survive the recall, but there is a serious possibility that he is removed. If the recall is successful, there are over 46 candidates running to replace him. The frontrunner is Larry Elder, a conservative talk show host running as a Republican. Other candidates include 2018 Republican nominee for governor John Cox, State Assemblyman Kevin Kiley, former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer, Caitlyn Jenner, member of the California State Board of Equalization Ted Gaines, former U.S. Representative Doug Ose, and Riverside County Supervisor Jeff Hewitt, who is a libertarian. You'll notice that none of those candidates were running with the Democratic Party, and that's because there's really only one viable Democrat in the race. Real estate YouTuber Kevin Paffrath is polling in second place behind Larry Elder. Paffrath is not supported by any mainstream Democrats. Instead, most California Democrats are encouraging voters to leave question 2 blank and instead just vote no on question 1. In summary, Gavin Newsom is at a serious risk of losing his office and potentially being replaced by talk show host Larry Elder or YouTube personality Kevin Paffrath. This could cause much more trouble for Democrats other than California potentially having a Republican governor for 1 year, considering Senator Dianne Feinstein is the oldest member of the U.S. Senate, and Democrats retain a majority by only 1 seat.